Winning Minutes. I'm Greg Kirkham, and today I have the pleasure of being joined by Dr. Traci Kimball, founder and chief medical officer of the Wish Clinic based in Arvada, Colorado. Dr. Kimball, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you for having me. So good to be here and to talk to your audience about what we're doing here in Colorado, just around the corner from you.
Yeah, you're doing amazing things right now. So here, let's dive right in. First, how did you get started in the medical field, and what ultimately led you to launch the Wish Clinic?
So I actually started in medicine a long time ago. I graduated from the University of Texas in San Antonio in 2004 and made my way to Colorado shortly thereafter to start a surgical residency at the University of Colorado and here in, now in Aurora, Colorado. But I did the surgical training with the expectation of becoming a vascular surgeon. And vascular surgery is so very important to wound healing. But I didn't know it at the time. And I had done some other work in my undergraduate there in Central Texas that also sort of was forecasting me into it, forecasting my path into wound regeneration or wound regenerative medicine and skin and wound repair, which is the field of medicine that I'm practicing now. But of course, I did a 7-year residency at the University of Colorado, and then actually took a year. I ended up landed for a year in Utah, doing a vascular fellowship at the University of Utah. And I actually didn't complete that. I had really small children at the time, and it was pretty important to me to make sure I get them out of diapers before I completed any further fellowship training or post, I guess, graduate education. But I wanted to be a vascular surgeon, and so that's where I was headed. But when I ultimately left the program and came back to Denver with my family, I took up a job in wound management in skilled nursing facilities back in 2012. So that tells you a little bit about how long I've been in the space. But over the years, I've essentially traversed the continuum of care, post-acute continuum of care in several different venues and managing skin injured patients that have boring wounds that aren't healing as they would normally do in the way that they're programmed to do by our genetics. So essentially, with the history and the training over the years, I've been able to parlay all of the knowledge from all of those former experiences into this career that I call wound management or wound medicine and surgery. I would consider myself more of an interventional wound care specialist. About 4 years into my wound care journey and career, I joined an organization that manages elders, a large primary care, accountable care organization called PACE, Program of All-Inclusive Care of the Elderly. And it's servicing dual eligible patients, so patients that have both Medicare and Medicaid benefits. And so I helped to internalize that program, and then that program and being the leadership and the thought leader of that service line got me thinking about opening the Wish Clinic, and we did this in 2023.
Wow. Yeah, you're doing incredible things out there. It's such a pleasure to be able to speak with you and get you out in front of the audience. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today. To learn more about Dr. Traci Kimball and the Wish Clinic, visit dailynewsnetwork.com.